Welcome to the Success Sensei podcast for anyone interested in success, happiness, and balance. We'll teach you how to be a black belt at life. And now, your host, former professional fighter, multiple world champion, entrepreneur, and investor, Robert Devane.
Bowing in. This is Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei, helping you to win at life one kick and punch at a time. Episode 171. Welcome to the main event.
It's the Success Sensei podcast main event.
Techno RAGE. No, not being angry at techno music. This is being angry and letting frustration and stress build up over technology, which is all around us, and it's slowly taking over our lives. Yes, a lot of it is for good, but I don't think we're preparing ourselves or defending ourselves emotionally and are preparing ourselves to defeat some of the stress and some of the build up that we mightn't even realize is affecting our humor and our mood. So automation is all around us, and it's going to continue to accelerate our lives and accelerate, especially into the future, all the things that are coming on stream. We are getting busier and busier lives, not necessarily more and more productive lives, just busier lives, full of endless, futile responsibilities. So things non-stop that we have to do. Indulge me for a second. Remember Daft Punk's famous song? Well, just to wreck your head and just to really get your anxiety off the charts, here is a little bit of the words on it. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, charge it, point it, zoom it, press it, snap it, work it, quick erase it, write it, cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, zip it, drag and drop it, zip unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, jam, unlock it, surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it. Thank you for listening to that bit. I hope I didn't wreck your head saying that, but it gets into your mind all the things that you have. Make sure after this, I wait till you listen to the episode first, you have a quick Google and check out Daft Punk on YouTube for that song. It's a nifty little song. There's way more verses than that, so you actually got off lightly. I didn't sing the whole lot or attempt to read the whole lot. I'm so shocked I didn't screw up some of those words. But anyway, however, moving on. So yeah, automation. Things that I'm sure have happened to you already, especially, let's go with computers first of all. So your software doesn't work or suddenly stops working. That is infuriating. Your hardware isn't operational. Maybe it's got dusty, maybe it's dirty, maybe the software isn't working with your hardware anymore. Hard drives crashing. Has that ever happened to you and you haven't got the stuff backed up properly, only on your hard drive? And then when this has happened to me twice, by the way, and it's given me a lot of rage and a lot of anger, having hard drives full of all your family photos, and then when you want to try to get it back, you have to go to experts who charge you blood money to try to get your hard drives back in functional working order again. Printers. I don't know how many times I've had a row with printing devices and printing machines. That's probably the number one source of my computer rage in the past. Passwords, forgetting passwords, having to go through the whole forgetting your username, forgetting your password, all that kind of stuff. One thing that really wrecks businesses' heads, and that can actually collapse businesses, by the way, this is a big one, is Google changing its algorithm. So businesses that are set up based on SEO and things like that. You'll always hear experts going on about SEO, get your SEO. Businesses that are solely involved and relying on SEO and various different Google algorithms, our Instagram, our Facebook, when these things change, it puts their businesses at risk. Do you remember Little Britain? I know it's probably banned off a lot of things now because it's deemed as not being politically correct, but remember all the scenes for the computer says no? She'd be putting in something into the computer, someone would be applying for a loan or something, and it would be, computer says no. That would be very infuriating when you try to do stuff and the computer says no and it doesn't work. Automated phone services. The amount of times you ring It could be your electricity supplier. It could be absolutely anyone, your bank, and it's all automated. Press one, press this, press that. You're going around in circles and then suddenly you're disconnected and you have to go again. It's impossible to talk to somebody. Now that's everything that's going on now that I'm sure is adding to your rage. Me even describing this, I'm sure has hit home some of your personal reactions based on your own personal experience. In the future, what the hell is going to happen? Driverless cars. What are you going to do when you get into a driverless car and it brings you the wrong way and you can't get it to go the right way? I don't know. All of these things are, you walk into your bank and nothing is working and there's no one around to help. Life is going to get more complicated and filled with more futile responsibilities, endless futile responsibilities that aren't really important, that are just making our lives busier and adding to our stress. I'm not saying technology is bad. It's great, especially in, areas of health. And I mean, technology has a lot of benefits, but there's a lot of drawbacks that we need to prepare for and we need to protect ourselves for. So what do you do? Well, you go back to basics. You keep it simple. You go for a walk. You immerse yourself in nature. You socialize, and because the social activity was taken away from us during COVID-19, you can see the importance of it. Even people who are antisocial were craving some type of social interaction. And maybe that's why in society pubs are so important to here in Ireland, cafes and in across Europe and whatever kind of gathering places, because people do crave social interaction. Exercise obviously was another one that people really missed. Even though they could exercise at home, they really missed the gym. Obviously, I am a massive believer in taking out your techno rage on a punch bag and an inanimate object. Punch bags love to be kicked and punched. It's an absolutely super way to get rid of some of this frustration that builds, invisible frustration that you don't even know is building. That you can't, someone asks you what's wrong with you and you didn't even realize something was wrong with you. Maybe it was the invisible buildup of all this techno rage that you're not even registering because it's slightly below the radar. It's not a major life event, so it builds up easier without you being aware, being able to manage it. Work on your social skills. And the reason why I'm putting that down, I know that's one, there's nothing wrong with my social skills. Work on your social skills because it's going to, in the future, it's going to be a very precious commodity. All our social skills and our social interaction and our face-to-face communication is being diminished. We're not getting as much opportunity now in the modern world and in the future world as we have in the past to be able to communicate with each other. So businesses and people that are able to communicate on that level will 100% be at an advantage in the future. As much as you're going to embrace technology, don't lose sight of, don't be someone that only emails. You never talk to people on the phone. You never talk to people face to face. I still do a lot of business with people who I like and who are my friends, and I avoid as much as possible just constant cold business interaction. And I'm very, very loyal to the people that provide me services who are very personable. In other words, as I've just said at the very start, my friends, they're my friends. I can't at this stage call a computer my friend yet because I've had far too many rows with them. But anyway, I hope you're taking on board what I'm saying to you. Don't let it build up. Make sure you give yourself a break. Make sure you realize what's important. You go back into the present. You hang out and give time to your loved ones. All of this frustration in the background is building up. We're not even aware of it. And then if you lash out at somebody, especially someone that's close to you, you've taken a bit of frustration and you can't even explain it yourself. It could be to do with all this techno rage around us, building up, frustrating our lives, making our lives more complicated. So it's very important to get back to basics, to realize what actually is important. Don't let this just busy up your life. What actually is important. Have a look at your goals again. Take a breath. Have a nice walk. Pet a dog. Be nice to cat. Be nice to all animals. And be nice to the people around you. And work on those skills. And you will be set for the future. You'll be future proof. You'll have the best of both worlds. You'll have the skills of being able to talk to people, and you'll also then be embracing the technology to improve your life. Right, that's enough for me. Thank you for listening. I'm Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei. Life is a fight you can enjoy and win. Bowing out.
This This has been the Success Sensei, fighting the winning fight. So add us, subscribe, like, and comment. Keep those hands up and keep moving forward.